Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are in the world. I am Susie Byler. I am a forerunner and emissary of Source Codes. And I'm also the founder and lead facilitator in the Creation Temple. And Spirit kind of kept me awake last night. And it became very clear that I needed to share a few things that have been on my heart. I will admit, this is somewhat of a difficult video for me because I know some of the things that I might say today will be a bit controversial, and I really like to be in that neutral observer space and that 0 point energy. I really like to hold that space for you all. And at the same time, there are things happening on this planet that we need to talk about, that need to be disclosed. And so I feel like I am called to be a voice for some level of disclosure, at least. And so from that space, I come to you today, and I make no pretense about that I know the truth, or that I am the sole voice of the truth, or any nonsense like that. I know that I don't know everything. I know that I don't see everything that's going on behind the scenes. I do have some access, but I don't see everything. I know that I don't see the full truth and have the full understanding. So what I'm sharing with you today comes from the perspective of Prime Creator, as well as my own human filters and my own research and the things that I've done to get to some truth. So take it or leave it. I don't care what you do with it. Just be kind to each other. That's all I ask. Be loving, be compassionate, be kind. So what's happening right now on the planet is we are coming to the apex of polarity. What does that mean? That means that as you have observed last year and moving into this year, polarity is ramping up, accelerating, division, separation, lines being drawn. So many things have occurred in order to divide us. Let me say that more clearly. There is an agenda to divide and separate us so that certain power can be achieved and attained. And this is something that is very deliberate. And so whether we're talking about vaccinations or masks, or is COVID real, or is it a hoax, or whatever the arguments are, let's politics, okay. Clearly, so much division and separation there. Whatever we are talking about that's relevant right now, most of it is part of the divide and conquer agenda. Why do we need to be divided and conquered? So that certain power can be achieved. Why does certain power need to be achieved? So that they can take over this planet. They can take over this solar system, this galaxy. Who is they? I'm talking about some people call it the 1%, some people call it the elite, some people call it the Illuminati. How did they come into being? We could go really deep into this. I do invite you to do some of your own research on this. They've been around for a long, long time. And I'm not talking about 40 years. I'm not talking about hundreds of years. I'm not talking about thousands of years. I'm talking about tens of thousands of years. I'm talking about hundreds of thousands of years. This is a game that has been played for a long, long time within this universe. And where we are right now on this planet is a peak apex point, because planet Earth is representative of the potential or the possibility for other things that could happen within the solar system or within this galaxy. So planet Earth and the way things play out here, it's very important. Now, just give me a minute to think how I want to say this. Nature wins, the light wins, So this video is not about fear, but it is about illumination and exposure of what has been going on. The attempts to access our souls and access our hearts have been very deliberate, very well thought out, very strategized. The satanic rituals, the demonic rituals that have been occurring, this is all strategy to get our life force. And what we need to do right now is to make sure that we are deeply connected with ourselves, with our life force, with our own essence and energy. And this is why, for those of you who are new to my content, you won't know necessarily what I'm talking about, but this is why for years I have been activating people with their soul essence and having you ask the question, how does it feel to be with my essence and energy? Because that question, when asked over and over, reconnects you to who you are, reconnects you to the truth of who you are and the deeper parts of who you are. So that question is very, very important to ask yourself over and over and over again. How does it feel to be with my essence? How does it feel to be with my soul energy? And when you ask that, really breathe and take a moment to pause your mind and feel into your body and into your spirit. How does it feel to be with my essence and energy? Because when you connect and when you're activated with your essence and when you cultivate that relationship with your essence and energy, your soul cannot be bought. Your life force cannot be taken from you. And you develop clear discernment about what's going on. And you realize, with real eyes, you realize who you are. The power that you have as a human being, you have tremendous power. And you realize how easy it is to shift everything that's happening on this planet when you open your eyes to your soul essence and the truth of who you are. And this is universal. It doesn't matter what race you are, what religion you are. It doesn't matter the color of your skin. It doesn't matter what age you are. This is universal. When you know who you are, when you can feel your soul essence and energy, they can't take anything from you, because that's everything. So right now, what's happening is that battle for your life force, for your soul essence and energy. They want to try to capture it and use it for their gains. They want to try to, put it in machinery and robots and things like that. Not going to happen unless you let it, because all that technology is possible. But you have within you the ability to say, no, you're not going to take that from me. I'm worth more than that. So this is right now the time of Great Illumination. And the reason polarity is increasing is because there is a massive illumination occurring across this planet, within the solar system, within this galaxy. And it goes beyond. Just try to keep it into the microcosm here for this planet, but it's hard. I'm a big picture thinker. So this illumination that's occurring is a bit of a rough ride, because it is showing the darkness that has been lurking in the shadows. This is something that Prime Creator's been talking about for years. As the light comes in, every shadow is illuminated. Every nefarious act that has been waged against humanity is illuminated. We are now seeing the very tip of this, and we are seeing disclosure happening. Look at, I'm not into the Super Bowl or sports or anything like that, but I just saw a clip or something of the Super Bowl halftime show. Did you see how satanic and demonic that was? I mean, they are showing us the satanic rituals that they perform. It's mind-blowing to me how many people don't see that. I mean, they're disclosing that to us. Disclosure is happening, and it's not necessarily coming in the ways that we thought it would, but it is happening. So just look around you. You know, the thing that happened with, I don't know how to say his name, Lil Nas and the Nike shoe and the blood shoe and all that weird satanic crap. It's coming into the mainstream now. It's no longer hidden behind the veil. And when we see these things, we need to understand what we're seeing. We're seeing the disclosure. We're seeing the things that have been happening behind the scenes in the shadows for eons of time. It is now coming into the mainstream media. And because people watch the media with such a glazed or a veil over their eyes, they don't actually understand what they're looking at. When you see satanic ritual being displayed in front of you in commercials or, in various ways that it's coming to the forefront now, you may not even understand what you're seeing. And we need to develop a bit more discernment. We should be shocked by these things, honestly. We should see these things and be like, what the fuck? Really? They're allowed to show this stuff on TV? Children are watching these things? Like, we should be incredulous. But we're so numb, and we see these things come out, and we're like, oh yeah, a devil. Yeah, the devil's on the TV. No big deal. This isn't about religion, this isn't about being Christian or Muslim or, whatever. This is some deep satanic shit that they're showing us, and we need to be a little bit shocked. I'm a little taken aback by how unshocked we are and how normalized it's becoming to see these types of images and satanic rituals being acted out in front of us, and we don't even blink an eye. Like, we should be shocked at what we're seeing, you guys. So I'm curious, put some comments here. I'm curious what you think about this and what you feel. Is this shocking to you that these images are being shown? And I don't watch TV, so the only reason I even know that that's happening is things that I see in my Facebook feed or something like that, and then I do some research. That's the only reason I really actually am tuned into any of this, is because of things that come through my Telegram feed, and then I go research. Otherwise, I'm in my Sedona bubble here, enjoying life and facilitating healing for people. But I've also put myself in a position to say, hey, I need to not have my head in the sand, and I need to understand what's going on in the larger perspective. Hey, Stefan. I will go back to the most important thing that we can do right now is to reconnect to our soul essence and to who we truly are. And I know, Stefan, you have done a ton of work in this area. You have some appreciation for this, because our soul, and this is my perspective, our soul and our hearts are what connect us to the truth of who we are, and that should be our guiding force. Not what someone tells us to do, not what Dr. Fauci tells us to do, not what the mainstream media tells us to do, but what does your heart and soul tell you? What is that deeper, clearer truth that resides within you that you can access with some cultivation? You can access this deeper truth ongoing, every day, every moment, to guide you, to guide your life. And for those of you who have been following my work, I am someone who facilitates healing for people so that you can live a soul-aligned life. Because what's more fulfilling than that? For me, there's nothing else really that reaches any equivalent level of fulfillment. That's just me and the way I've chosen to live my life, because I want to be fulfilled in my life. So that soul connection and essence is so important. So I'll just invite you once again to drop into that space and ask yourself, how does it feel to connect with my soul energy and essence? How does it feel to be with my energy and my soul essence? And breathe into those questions. And this is so important for those of you who are deeply sensitive, for those of you who are empathic, for those of you who feel other energies other than your own. Honestly, this is the only reason I'm sane right now, is because I'm connected to my soul energy and essence. Otherwise, I'd be lost in the chaos and the morass that's playing out on the planet right now. So back to the topic, we are playing out the end game, I'll call it. This could stretch out, excuse me. This could stretch out for many more years if we as humanity let it. But I'm feeling within my body that it's not going to stretch out for years and years. I am feeling a culmination. I'm feeling that something is coming that will really give an illumination where more people will see what's been happening and more people will understand how humanity has been played and preyed upon. And again, this is not about fear. This is not, everything I'm saying here, this is not to put fear in your hearts or to, have you get into a fearful space. Knowledge is power. When you understand how your energy has been used against you, how your emotions have been used against you, that's powerful, because then you can reclaim it. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm bringing some light so that you can reclaim your power as creators, so that you can reclaim your power as humans. If you're feeling fear by what I'm saying, by all means, please look into that. Please heal yourself. Please confront that and explore that. As I speak about this, I have no fear about it. It is simply to shine a light on it so that we can then reclaim our power, so that we can be the humans that we came here to be. You and I came here to shift all of this. We came here to change it. We came here to make this a better place. And if you are living in fear right now, you're not living in your power. So I'm just going to be blunt, because there's just not time to, pussyfoot around. So if you are living in fear about what's happening, then you're not empowered. And if you want to be empowered, I invite you to join us as a master creator or a supreme creator in the creation temple, because I will teach you how to live your life in a way where you are the creator and the designer of your life, where you're the co-creator with the universe and the collective of humanity on this planet, because we're all in this together. And this is something, I just need to check the time because I have a meeting soon. This is something that I will end with, is that you are a powerful, powerful being. And myself included, we have not tapped into the depth and the breadth of our power as humans. We have not accessed and harnessed the depth and the breadth of the power that we are. Not just the power that we have, but the power that we are. As living souls within a human form, in this physicality, we have tremendous power to create, and we came here to change the trajectory. We came here to change the way things have been done. Now, there is the power of nature and the power of moving into the photon belt and the light and illumination that comes with all of that. Yes, that's all happening, and nature wins. And also, as humans, as we move through this time of transition, we get to decide what we're going to do on this planet, what we're going to create, what's going to be here. We get to decide how to rebuild. So man, I wish there was something I could say to spark within you the realization of how powerful you are and how important it is to come together with other powerful beings at this time, people who are realizing their power, so that we can collaborate and co-create. Because we are in charge of creating the new earth. We are in charge of creating the new paradigm. That's why we're here. We are the chosen ones. We choose in every moment or not to be the chosen ones. This is not a spiritual elitist concept. This is, you choose it or you don't. Are you a chosen one? All right, then be that. And choose in every moment what you're creating. And I'm talking to myself as well. You know, I get caught up in the emotions too. I'm a wildly emotional being. However, what I know is that we can harness our emotions and use our emotional power as fuel for our creations. And that's the difference. Some people are emotional and they wallow in it, and some people are emotional and they harness that energy to create. And so that's my invitation to you. Harness your energy, your soul essence, your soul power, your human essence and energy. Harness your heart energy, harness your emotional body and all the energies that run through your emotional body. Harness that, channel that, focus that like a laser beam as you envision your future, as you envision what you want on this planet. On Monday, April 5th, I believe, join me and the Master Creators in the Creation Temple for free. We're going to have a powerful, activating gathering where you will envision your future and activate your powers as a creator. The Master Creators have graciously opened up their sacred private gathering for you. So I will put the registration link in the comments after I'm done with this video. Join us. This is your chance to activate more of the truth of who you are so that you can be a powerful creator on this planet Earth. We are in the time of illumination, and it's not just that all the shadow aspects are illuminated, but it's all of your light aspects as well. And so that's what we need to do. We need to illuminate the light of who you are. And that's what I help you do. I help you illuminate the truth and the light that is already within you. I help you to activate your light so that you can step into your power. I love you. I thank you for joining me in this video today. I'm sorry if some of this content was a little heavy, but we need to talk about it. We need to address what's been happening. We can no longer sit back and pretend that everything is going to be okay. Everything is going to be okay, but you have a part to play in creating it that way. All right? Much love, you guys. Live in the moment. I know it's backwards, so I'm going to translate for you. See you in the next video.